Questions around his leadership. The think tank that ran Sir Keir Starmer's leadership campaign is now looking for a replacement. The Labor Together think tank has been asking local parties for views on a successor. According to The Times, a survey sent to local parties by Labor Together asked who has the best chance of leading them to electoral victory at the next general election instead of Keir Starmer. It listed 8 options, including 5 cabinet ministers. Hilary, this is certainly just ramping up speculation about his future.
I don't think that he's going to last past May, Gabriella. He simply can't. I don't know that he can outlast this. When you have this, and they actually, the number of participants that came back, they basically they do want anyone other than Keir Starmer. They were given all these options, and if you look at the numbers, there's no way Keir Starmer can actually hold on to that role. Don't forget the Labour government really was elected as a protest vote against the failed Conservative policies, and all they've done is made it worse. They've squandered what was actually a national mandate as a protest vote. I think that's a great pity.
Now, Hilary, you've been kind enough and generous enough with your time to be on Power Hour regularly. We've covered a lot together. I want to get your thoughts looking back at the year. Who's your winner and loser for the year?
I think the big loser is the BBC. I've always thought of it as somewhat as the Brit bashing corporation. And I do think that it wasn't an isolated incident that they edited President Donald Trump's January 6th speech. They actually apologized for it. But I think in the long run, Gabriella, that will be viewed as the beginning of the end of the BBC. Don't forget, it comes on the heels of what they did to Princess Diana, that contrived story with the
Hilary,
panorama
we actually
scandal.
have that grab. Let's just take a look at it.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you. And we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
I agree with you, Hilary. I mean, the BBC just completely exposed there.
Yes, they were, and they actually apologized as if it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake, Gabriella. It was deliberate, and this is pervasive. That's the issue. If it was a one-time, many people can make mistakes. It was not a one-time incident. This was deliberate, and it is pervasive at the BBC, and it exposed them. And like I said, beginning of the end of the BBC, that was the biggest loser from the year. And I think in this particular instance, certainly it drew attention to what President Trump actually had said. So in this instance, he was the winner.
Okay, Donald Trump, the winner there. Challenge
Yes.
for the year ahead. What's the biggest challenge for, I suppose, Republicans and the Democrats?
I think the biggest challenge for the Republicans is going to be the midterm elections, of course. And as I mentioned, they must turn around the economy. Otherwise, there's going to be a bloodbath. So that's really important. And the Democrats, I mean, they don't have a serious leader. Gavin Newsom, of course, wants to be a presidential candidate, but he just bought a multi-million-dollar mansion, and California is in collapse state. So I think that it's really about the midterms. That's the whole of this year, and it's about the economy, and that's why President Trump went on that affordability tour. It's going to be huge, but look for Q1 and Q2 for the economy in the US to boom.